It's so hard to play into the double pit.
Look at me, Nande. Look at me. I'm the carry now.
Yeah.
Zamorales. Whew, the setup. Yeah, burned to a crisp. The Bat Raider is gone as the Frit. He has such a long cleave. It's kind of insane. Out comes the Fiend's Gate onto the bottom lane. Back to business as usual. 20 seconds of pure bliss. Objective farming.
They're just ready to go. 255 damage on the Underlord and a huge cleave.
Indeed, the amount of attack speed you get with the Alacrity combined with the Solar Crest, by the way.
Yeah. Once again, Serious Tenacity draft is just very well put together. Have great synergies between the heroes. And great counters to the enemy heroes. We saw Yellow Submarine ban the Lifestealer themselves in the draft, a hero that they've had huge success with, and it feels like Yellow Submarine is just a bit too much in their own heads. Instead of just doing what they are great at.
No, as we mentioned, it's been the Zero Tenacity show now actually for the past 15 minutes. I do find it really interesting that Z10 managed to turn this one in the beginning of the mid-game, actually. But if you have that snowball, as we usually mention it, for a TB, there's really not much stopping you. There's now literally there is nothing stopping you on the top lane either. The Conjure Images and the Disruption Illusions are doing the work. They are going to try and engage inside the triangle, but out comes the Fiend's Gate Pit as they will lock on top of them. They are looking to save Mirage, but a great call coming out from Infernal. It will secure the Invoker, but is it enough for more? Nande, saved by the Disruption, will be looking to turn. He does have a Sunder onto someone who wants it. They'll throw it out onto Bottega at the end, but it was just a pit. No Sunder still, as Bottega types out the GG. Yellow Submarine. Team wiped at minute 32, but it is just a TB show over here.
I think this last fight showed exactly what you were talking about earlier, with the Sven being a bit rough into TP. Sven ran into the fight and TP just clicked him and he died instantly before even hitting the TP.
Just melt. What do you do? What do you do? But yeah, 26-18 with an 18k net worth lead on Z10. It's looking like a clean approach from the Zero Tenacity lineup. And yeah, just an outdraft two times in a row. Doesn't really feel good. And I still want to give kudos to Infernal's Axe. I think the early game was very, very aggressive and productive from him and Amorales. But at the end of the day, it just doesn't work out for you in game number 2.
Yeah, they did great in the lane, much better than the game before. Now they just need to look at game 3 and transition their good lanes into good plays in the mid game. I'm looking forward to that, and I hope they can do it.
Well, yeah, let's see if they will make a turn back, or a comeback actually, in game number 3. 2-0 for Zero Tenacity. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to European Pro League Season 28. The grand final is well on the way. My name is Dota. I'm joined by IVZ here. As, Yvonne, I think we have bad news for the audience.
This does look pretty bad for Yellow Submarine with their picks so far. The Shadow Shaman seeing an atrocious win rate in this tournament. And sure, Tenacity pulling out a comfort hero for SE in the Chen and looking to make a very high pressure. TB Chen, you can walk up to a tower with a lot of creeps, a lot of illusions, and it's actually very difficult to handle.
I'm looking
So,
at the possible answers, and I think Yellow Submarine don't have much in the bag. More than likely, they will. We really hope to see it, by the way, since Bottega plays really well on it. The Life Stealer could be a decent answer to the TB, though, so
yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. But that does mean that a bit of a spirit or a jumper hero would be more ideal for Mirele. And with no Ember, with no Quap, I want to say Storm. But what do we think of Storm?
I think it's an okay Storm game so far. There's only Lasso as a disable. So I
Really? Oh,
wouldn't I
okay.
I wouldn't mind the Storm at all, actually.
I mean, if they somehow address the Leshrac that is coming, which is actually going to turn to a Slardar, okay. Is there Tenacity giving them a chance by not picking the Underlord over here?
I think it might be a Storm. I think it's a good call. Might be uh,
I
a
would pick
Void
the
as well.
LS. I would pick the LS here, and then ZT ban out the two spirits, and then you still have. Let's think
What
of a
do you
different
have?
hero.
You have
Well,
like
then you pick
Pango.
the, and then you pick the Lesh yourself, and then force the enemy to pick Pango or something weird.
Yeah.
Because the Lesh against the TB
Uh,
is still the right approach. Like, let's just be honest here.
yeah, that's good. I would kinda enjoy Gyro in this game as well. It's very strong on lane with Disruptor. It can run in, recap, kill a lot of Chen creeps. It's very annoying to play Chen against Gyro, and it'll be very tanky with the Dawnbreaker supporting Gyro. Medusa, that's a
Medusa,
hero that
I like
does
it.
kind of the same thing as Gyro, so I don't
I
mind that
like
at
it.
all. There is some counter synergy with Medusa and Dawnbreaker. The heal doesn't really benefit Medusa that much. Um,
Hold on a
yes,
minute.
that
Yesterday, sorry, Yellow Submarine won with the Anti-Mage, right, against Level Up in game number 3.
yeah, that's
Correct?
correct. Yeah,
Can Zero Tenacity just go Anti-Mage here? Oh, wait, they
they
can.
can't because it's
They
banned.
ban it. They ban it. They ban it. Thank moly. That was like,
um,
no, if we get to see Medusa Anti-Mage again, I'm gonna cry.
yeah, that was
That was brutal.
at the start of that game. It wasn't very interesting, but it got interesting. I was about
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk about something else that we talked about yesterday, I think, which is the Medusa interaction with armor, which means that Medusa is not really affected by plus
The
or minus
starter.
armor, which is nice against a hero like Slaughter.
Okay, okay. Yellow Submarine are cooking.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting slightly hopeful here. The Storm gets banned. They are fully focused on Mirella here. There's one more thing we need to check though. Bottega with ranged heroes, not really his lifeline approach, but his Medusa actually has only been defeated once. Out of 6 games, he has won 5 of them, and that's pretty hopeful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, a great hero into TB as well. Kills the illusions very easily with her ulti.
More than likely,
Uh,
we're gonna see the Mjolnir Aghanims build
yeah,
because of the
probably.
illusions. It just
Probably.
makes sense. It's Monkey King, Storm. Oh,
Yeah. It's just when they ban Monkey King like this, it kinda says that they're not gonna put Bat Rider middle.
obviously, makes more
Um,
sense.
yeah. So Zero Tenacity most likely looking for a mid hero here.
I think banning the
Um,
Pango sounds good. Still,
yeah, I agree. Slaughter and Pango is a very good duo. Pango does a lot of physical damage. I would. Oh, never mind. Invoker is banned. I was about to say that
yeah,
I would like
Invoker's
them.
fine.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say
Well,
that Invoker should get banned, but it is already banned, so they're way ahead of me.
yeah, Yellow Submarine really heavily focusing on Mirage on these band stages. Puck, Invoker, And Zero Tenacity are just cutting down the tree under themselves since, of course, Yellow Submarine are picking first. They banned the Shadow Demon, which was a great boost and save for TB and Nefrit's Underlord in the previous game. So they go for the Pango. We were correct on that one.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Serious Tenacity will go for here. I wouldn't mind seeing something like Dragon Knight. Actually, I think that will shape out their lineup very very well.
What do you think of Huskar?
Uh, I don't mind that at all. I think it would be a decent hero here. Dumpster's Pango in the lane as well. I don't know if Mirage plays Huskar. You usually need someone that plays it.
Darkseer.
Darkseer, which means Slaughter middle
The
against Pango.
TP
That
and
makes sense. Yeah,
Slardar mid. Okay, interesting.
yeah, it's very strong. Slaughter does well against Pango mid. At least it should. Overall, I like both drafts. I think I
Same.
favor Sirius and ST a little bit. I think they have higher tempo and they will be able to use that tempo to run down Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, I am in favor of both drafts, but I think we are in an impasse once again. Uh, I mean, if you are right and Zero Tenacity win this, we're going to get a 3-0, but I'm in favor of the audience that likes watching more and more games, so I'm going to go for Yellow Submarine. I will support it, though, with a little bit of Dota. So I think the Medusa, especially with the Mjolnir build, is going to pop off. But the true chaos of the late game will be really, really interesting at like minute 30, 32, right? When both heroes. I mean, if both of them build Butterfly, that's what would truly make me happy. Because then we have like 30-minute fights, 30-second fights of just people right clicking each other. Those are really, really fun. But yeah, I think we're going to be split on this one, aren't we?
Yeah, I think what makes me favor Zero Tenacity the most is just the way they've been playing. They look really in shape today.
For sure.
Yeah,
Gameplay wise, their tenacity were just better on the positioning. But I'm a bit concerned that there's no diffusal blade slash disperser builder on the zero tenacity side. So the mana is a big concern. And I wouldn't mind, just generally. If both supports go arcane boots, I think the Medusa should be fine.
yeah. Zero Tenacity were really looking at the Pangolier themselves. That would have been a great hero for them, along with the Slaughter, buying the Diffusal to burn down Medusa and stuff. So I think that's one of the reasons why Yellow Submarine opted to take the Pango away from them.
Yeah, no, overall, the Pango, I think, is just a good backline answer to both the Chen and the Batrider as well. Could even
Yeah,
face it head on. Despite you being, lassoed within the Rolling Thunder, you're still doing a lot of work, and it will still make you a good target for Solar Guardian. So I'm quite hopeful for the Yellow Submarine strategy, and it's not just about I want game number 4. It's also about the fact that I just believe in the Medusa. Although it was my downfall yesterday, right, in the level up Yellow
yeah.
Submarine series.
You are a Medusa enthusiast. Pango has some problems in this game for Yellow Submarine. It's very rough to get amplified with the corrosive haste, and TB just standing there hitting you while you're rolling around.
Yeah.
So they will have to be aware of that and be a bit scared as well.
But if they do go for the protective answers, it could be fine, as they only pick up 1 rune on Yellow Submarine.
Already
Caster Curse is
behind.
real. Caster Curse is real. And they even lose an Observer Ward on top of everything. Oh no.
Yeah, they saw
Oh
them place the
no.
observer ward.
But yeah. Uh, Overall, I will be extremely curious about the mid matchup. Slardar versus Pango. Should be a very weird one overall.
Yeah, I think it's
As
very straightforward. It's two melee heroes against each other. Just gonna be last hitting.
would it be a Mirage match if would it actually be a Mirage match without a pause? Honestly, we didn't have one actually for the last 2 games. I will give kudos to that. We did have pauses, but I do believe it was on Yellow Submarine and Emeralis actually that needed a minute.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I am most excited for the top lane, I must say. I'm very interested to see how this disruptor will do against a bad rider running around after him with an iron shell on.
true.
I think it'll be a very difficult time for the disruptor, and by that also the Medusa.
Okay, looks like we're ready to continue.
So far, last hits are equal in the middle. I'm pretty excited to see this lane. I think Slaughter wins it, but I'm really not exactly sure who wins it. I think it's just being a melee hero against Slaughter, he can hit you all the time. That will result in the bash making a big difference.
Yeah, I do kind of wonder what would happen if, for example, we would have Slardar Monkey instead of Slardar Pango. I am quite concerned that Mirage is going to pop off hard. But until then, the Blink, you don't really have that high ganking capability in my eyes. So
You do have the Guardian Sprint to enable you to get around very
oh, that
easily.
makes you really easy to rotate on on the different lanes, but the engagement itself is very awkward once you get to the end of the river. So
Yeah.
it's a little concerning. But here, let's see. ZT almost going for the first blood, but Gorgon's Grasp will deter them just a little bit. As Mirella actually overtaking in terms of last hits. What? Is he over abusing the shield crash?
He is 0 mana now and low health. But he is getting a bottle in.
Typical Pangolier gameplay.
Yeah.
Overcommit all your low cooldown spells and then wrecked.
I wanna mention the we'll talk a bit more about the Slaughter rotating, because if you rotate to the top lane, you're gonna get an Iron Shell and Surge, and then you can actually get on top of people and use your Slithering Crush.
Yeah, sounds good for sure.
So that's a very easy lane to rotate to.
Nande's just tipping Amorales for fighting the TB for lane control, but it's kind of like a death sentence-ish situation, or is it? Hex, Starbreaker, return, but once again, the mana burn on both Infernal and Amorales is just so damn annoying. Like, where's your spells? Where's your mana? Of course, Infernal already having addressed this with a Soul Ring. They are going to go in for a good play with the Shackle. And of course, at the same time, Infernal just wants to die, finally, and just reset himself.
Morales hitting Nande with the counter tip after killing him. Love to see it. A little bit of banter between the teams.
Nande is like hard tipping Amorales as well. Of course, they are really happy about the fact that Nande died to the creeps, not actually to the heroes, but still, first blood's first blood, so
Yeah, certainly.
at the end of the day, it is going to be a core exchange on the bottom lane.
I'm actually impressed that they killed the TP. Killing TP with Chen next to you is very hard with the Divine Favor.
As once again, catch onto SC. You could get a little more. Oh, the body block! It's so close. The Conjure Image is still chasing the Shaman, but Nande, he was too concerned on chasing the support and tipping instead of paying attention to his own health bar. Nice little turnaround coming out on to Yamich, but the Bat Rider's in trouble. SC coming to help in with another Mind Stealer.
Is this an O extension? It might be.
Let's see it. Infernal. Looking like the sticky napalms do be sticky. A huge flame break going out onto the Dawnbreaker. Burn her alive.
Bat Rider coming in hot.
Well, yeah. Looks like I'm just underestimating the Bat Rider today, but so far, actually, it's going to be a 50-50. split in terms of the kills as of yet. As one interesting lane is still up top where Nefrit and Bottega. Looks like the Darkseer is just having a good time pulling the wave into the creeps. You know, just hammering the overextension as down bottom. Finally a kill onto the Shaman. Business is back to usual. As Mirage actually dying to Hakoda's little gank, Mirele. Managing to breathe just a little bit as night falls.
That is a pretty important kill. The small issue now is that Pangolier has no resources. Slaughter will return to the lane with full resources and they can easily get the rune.
Bottle refill? Bottle refill, anyone? As Hakoda going for the play. He makes it happen, actually. It will be a suicidal play for the bounty rune, or actually the power rune. But at the same time, it could work out. It could work out. Mirele jumps in as Yamage grabs it away right in front of his face. The tragedy of not getting the region on the Pango. Oh,
that is a tragedy.
Oh, if I'm a Yellow Submarine fan, I'm just smashing my desk and crying right now, man. Such a feels bad. As, on the other hand, possible kill on Nande. Infernal just keeps on fighting. You can take my mana, but you can't take my HP. Luminosity is basically the reason why the Dawnbreaker is still alive. He's just bashing down the Mind Stealer. Like, leave me alone. Well, I can feel the frustration on Yellow Submarine. Just the way they're moving on the map. They're mad, actually. I don't know if you can read that off the players yourself, but it's definitely felt that they are, you know, they're thirsty for some aggro.
Yeah. Infernal playing very, very aggressively in the lane.
Yeah, he played very, very spectacularly with his axe in the previous match, but...
Yeah, he had a great laning phase on X as well, but he did ultimately end up being less impactful than expected.
Mirele gonna step on the gas tonight. Onto SC he goes, but the knockdown from the cliff is just not gonna happen. He's gonna have to say goodbye to the Chen as the shackle hold onto the Slardar. Could be a setup here. Nande coming in to help out. Only level 4 on the TB as they will murder Infernal and Emeraldus. Hakoda and Mirele need to be on the run. Yamich looking for the turn as 3 are chasing down the Disruptor. Glimpse back, but it's not going to do much as at least Mirele makes it out of here. Space
Yamich
created.
on the Bad Rider making so much work. He's 4, 7, and 3. He's been in 7 of the 8 kills. He's basically the reason why they're in the game right now.
Speaking of, Lasso on to the Pangolier, but here comes the Solar Guardian. Mirele looking for the turnaround with Infernal as the over-aggressive Dawnbreaker keeps on going. What wall, what jump, what break. He's just going to keep on going against the starter as long as he can. Emeraldus tries to ensure him at least an escape here as Mirele and Hakoda need to disengage. 16 stacks of sticky napalm on the Pangolier as Infernal looks to execute the Bat Rider. It's a big save on the Pango as Infernal now. It's all up to him. But SC, he's got the high ground now. Penitence onto the Dawnbreaker as the vacuum is not going to be perfect. Infernal still on the run. Not enough mana for that Celestial Hammer, but he just cannot use the Soul Ring to get away. In the end there, Yellow Submarine. It could have been worse, but still, it's not that great either.
It does... Oh, something's happening here. The roll coming out.
I don't know what Mirele's doing here.
Away. It does feel a bit like Zero Tenacity is fighting in the wrong location. I would like to see them head top for fighting instead.
Hakoda. Great kill onto the Disruptor.
Yeah,
I guess you could just call it information gathering, but 4 of them.
The usual Hakoda feeding. I do feel like this Medusa is being left alone a bit too much. And I would like to see them move the gameplay to the top lane.
Sounds good, yeah.
Yellow Submarine now reading this play, putting down wards, being ready. That Rider doesn't care. He's going in.
Let's see the catch. No catch though. Yamich. He's being a nuisance here, as the tier 1 tower was the main objective. And of course, C10 will take it. 4K up in 10 minutes in. Zero Tenacity are looking to close this grand final out with a 3-0.
It is always worrying though when the Medusa gets to just free farm. They are probably feeling pretty good, but I wouldn't feel secure yet if I were Zero Tenacity. I would really want to shut down this Medusa, I guess. They might be waiting for some Blink Daggers though, and then they're going to up the tempo even more than they've already been.
It's definitely in the back of their minds. I'm pretty sure about that. As, of course, overall the concerns are, the pressure is rather on the Yellow Tenacity. Oh, Yellow Tenacity. Yellow Submarine side for sure. The Dire is definitely on the clock. And with 2 tier 1 objectives already gone from the map, it's a little bit of a pickly situation.
I understand the confusion about the names. Yellow Submarine is showing Tenacity at least.
Yeah, we'll give you that. Infernal is cooking, but can you cook enough? As Bottega in the crosshairs, they should be feeling it. They will move onto the Frit instead first as they strike with the Shaman and, of course, the Pangolier. I do like the Amaryllis one for chicken fingers here. This is definitely a good answer for Zero Tenacity's heroes, and they will be joining the play as Mirella and Bottega double tag on Yamich. That's a big hero to kill for them, actually. So these 2 kills.
Awkward situation. They smoked through the gate to set up for the top lane, but the Darkseer gets caught out in a horrible position and ends up dying. And then some probably miscommunication happens, so the Bad Rider runs in, his team doesn't run in. It's back and forth, and they just end up giving up the Bad Rider and going back to the gate. So that must have felt very awful. And Musa is leading the network now.
All eyes on Bottega. By the way, a little bit of trivia. Can you guess which team actually got the last 3-0 here at European Pro League?
If I can guess.
Yeah, I don't think you were part of the organization, or we didn't meet until then. I do believe I did cast the series though.
That's a very hard ask.
Zero Tenacity was one of the teams, by the way.
In that game?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, in that series? So
Yeah.
it's someone that's 3-0'd Zero Tenacity.
Yeah.
Has to be a pretty decent team. Maybe...
It was a team that was eliminated in the group stage this season, so...
Okay, you're giving me a lot of clues.
Yeah. Big.
I'm thinking it's Mouse.
Yeah. You are absolutely correct. It was Mouse, and Nande was actually playing for them, so... It's a little bit of a switcheroony situation for sure. Yeah. Up with Fly, actually had a really decent run at EPL season 22.
Yeah.
Of course, time flies, things change, and right now.
So Nande is no stranger to 3-0ing his enemies in the EPL.
Yeah, so the pressure is up to him. Can he do it again? As, of course, Zero Tenacity's players are also eager. You know, an early bet time for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nefret and Pablo. Nefret is definitely on that train of, you know, finishing this early.
He's on the train of farming a lot at least. He's becoming very strong in this game, building the auras. When he has these auras, it makes a big difference for the team fights. We should look a bit at Dawnbreaker here, because this Dawnbreaker has queued up a Radiance. No, never mind, it's a Nullifier actually. That's very interesting issue. Second item.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I guess he's looking to dispel Surge.
Yeah, makes sense.
He is playing around the fact that he has a Medusa on his team that doesn't really need the healing, so he's building different items. I don't hate that actually. I think it's pretty heads up to understand what your carry needs from you on a Dawnbreaker. But the Nullifier? It's a bit weird. Would I maybe like to see aura items instead?
Yeah,
Would have been
Mirella.
Crimson.
A little bit of lag out on VMix, but Mirage actually surviving the Ancient Creeps. Was close though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, interestingly enough, besides the Blink, not much on the Slardar. Quite disappointed in the farm speed for sure.
Yeah,
Although you are more about hunting heroes than actually farming creeps, right?
certainly. That's the benefit of the hero. Which is also why it's a bit troubling to see that they're not putting up the tempo and hunting Medusa more.
Are scanning.
Yeah, Bottega having died 0 times so far is extremely concerning if you're a Z10 fan.
Yeah, he has total free reign, free farming,
Radiant's
having a good time.
fortified.
I would not be surprised if he studied Liquoris's Medusa gameplay from yesterday, because
Radiant's top tower is under
one thing I've said for certain here at EPL is that Liquoris is definitely like one of the fastest farmers in the league. It's without question. And, I even told Ponlo that, and he's like, "Yeah, kid's good. Kid's really good." And to be fair, like keeping up the tempo with an anti-mage, or actually, it was the other way around. Bottega had to keep up the tempo with his Medusa,
Yeah,
didn't he?
he did.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, there's one thing interesting. I don't know if you checked out the graph yet.
I haven't. I rarely check these graphs.
No, you should. But after the Lasso play, first let's see if Yamich will survive under this tower. But Glimpse back under the tier 2, he's gonna be punished. As it will be a tower kill, but a kill is a kill is a kill, and Yellow Submarine will take it for sure.
Yeah, that's an impressive tower that gets the last hit in the midst of 4 heroes.
I mean, it happens in the chaos of every fight. But Gaben actually agrees with me on this one, maybe heavily favoring the Medusa. But over the TB, I still am extremely surprised that he gave an original 69% nice prediction.
Is under
It's
run
because of
probability under Yellow
it's
Submarine.
certainly because of the Bad Rider again. Gaben hates the Bad Rider.
Gaben hates the Bat Rider. Oh, I see.
Bad
Maybe it's
Rider has such low win rate in pops that it just skewers it in pro games a lot. And it has
I could
good win
also-
rates in pro games.
I could also believe that since, like, you know, the pet, the mount of the Bat Rider changes all the time, the algorithm is just confused because, okay, so now this is an Owl Rider, now this is a Stingray Rider. Although he is riding the Immortal, so he is actually riding a bat this time. Although it is a Sig Bat, so maybe it's just thinking that since it's a Sig Bat Rider, of course,
Whoa.
beautiful TP from Nande coming through, but it will be stopped by the Glibs back. Huge find coming out from Hakoda. It will be a TB kill, but let's see if Z10 can punish enough. Infernal on the run. A good escape attempt coming out from the Solar Guardian, but the vacuum at the very last second is going to be enough for 2 kills. Z10 with the retaliation.
This Dawnbreaker build is so weird to me.
Hit me. The Nullifier first, yeah.
Yeah, it's just late
This
game
is
into
weird.
Nullifier. It seems very weird. I'm
I
hoping
mean-
for it to pay off.
I kind of like it against the Guardian Sprint, I'm not going to lie.
Radiant are scanning.
Is it an answer
Yeah.
to the Surge as well?
Yeah, it is. It removes both. So it is very interesting.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of as a reasoning, but, you know, my Dota knowledge is tiny compared to your Dota knowledge.
Yeah, Divine Favor. I don't think from Chen. I don't think it's dispellable.
No, I don't think so. That's cannot be dispelled. Can be broken, but I don't see any Silver Edge builders here on Yellow Submarine, so...
He might get one on Dawn right after his Nullifier.
Oh no, Silver Edge Nullifier build?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
He's going-
horrendous!
he's going all in.
Nah, just get the BKB. But I do like one aspect of the Nullifier first item build. Sacred Relic. Like, all Sacred Relic buildable items are just nice. Right? Because
Damage
it's
is
just
nice.
it's a massive amount of damage.
Especially on a hero like Dawnbreaker that actually deals pretty significant physical damage with stuff.
But I, for example, don't miss the Divine Rapier first item Divine Rapier builds on PAs. Like 2017. Those were horrendous. Hell no. Please no. Just delete Dota if you're that kind of person, please.
Significant fight might be coming up here. Humbler's toy on the Shadow Shaman.
Morales. Good little approach, but beautiful answer from Morella. Going down for the bash. But the Solar Guardian helping out from Infernal. They will still lose out on Emerales, but Yamich will be taken instead. Bottega pushing through. The Stone Gaze is gone, as there's only a Manta and 3 Mangoes in Bottega's inventory. This is looking a little bit rough, as the Medusa hides. They will go for the TP away, as they kill Nande's Courier for the Manta style. But with the buyback forced, even so, no. Z10 just got a little bit more on this from this fight.
Yeah, it's very close to equal. They are now getting the Tormentor right after, which makes this pretty
Worth it, actually. I'll give them that.
very worth it. Bit surprised Slara TV's away before they take the Tormentor. The minus armor would have been beneficial.
Nah. No, they can do it themselves. They have Chen.
You don't care.
I don't care. You solve it you're on your own. I'm behind on farm. Actually, one thing that's concerning is that his C's is about to catch up to him on farm, but it's basically just the power of the Chen.
Yeah,
She's doing so much work on this map. It's insane.
It's very classic Chen that you just farm.
Is under attack.
Send the creeps, your congregation, to farm.
Yeah, it farms insanely fast at 0, and he got the greedy enchantment on his essence ring.
I mean, GPM overall, right? Who cares about right-click damage when I have penitence?
Yeah,
Damage is your job. Oh, my creep's job, not my job.
certainly. His SE is very good with the way he uses his creep. He's put a creep in the Rose Pit. He uses creeps to push the side lanes, along with the TP illusions, which creates a pretty big amount of pressure and opens up the map for Zero Tenacity in general to do ganks and stuff.
Yeah, it's basically like he's playing 5 Enchantresses at once, but
Yeah,
this time it's Chen.
Radiant's
Like maybe he practices creep knowledge with the Enchantress, and then now, like, just this is my final form with Chen.
Yeah. When he plays Enchantress, it's like taking off the weights when he goes to Enchantress. Because when
Yeah.
you play Chen, you have to control 4 creeps, and Enchantress only 1, so it's like, this is so easy.
under attack.
Oh, good old Rock Lee reference right there.
I was
Naruto.
thinking Dragon Ball, where he goes in that chamber thing. That he's very strong when he gets out.
Oh,
of
the high
planet.
gravity chamber for Goku.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good one. That's a good example too. But I was thinking more like Rock Lee, who actually had to wear 2-ton weights per each leg or something like that. That was the lore. It was
I have
stupid
no idea.
too.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna.
Naruto's an anime show about like super powered ninjas. It's really
Oh,
cool.
it's Naruto.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Naruto.
Oh my god, horrible.
I'm
Why is every analyst like with no life? Oh, all I do is just play Dota.
I'm usually pretty well versed in some animes, but the animes that have like 1,000 episodes, I just can't be bothered.
Oh, I'm horribly worse in animes, but there's like some shows I've watched from A to Z. But Dragon Ball is actually going to be the one that I'm going to watch when I retire. It's like once I put in a senior home, I'll have 2 requests. A computer and all the episodes of Dragon Ball. That's it.
Okay.
Bring me the beers, bring me the drinks, give me my meds. I'm watching Dragon Ball all day, every day. As on the other hand, Emerales caught out. Foul play helps out a little, but Mirella keeps up the chase. Infernal rolling into the enemy instead. Nande falling down to half HP as the Static Storm is not perfect lockdown. Glimpse back onto the TB. Can they stun him up? Can they control him? Just need to chain it up a little more as the TB falls onto a C. They go as well. Mirelle with the turn as the Frit tries to run away. One last right click from the Medusa would have been enough on him, but it's not going to happen. Out come the Mass Serpent Wards as Mirage looking to escape. Emerales, that's a dieback on the Shaman. But as the Bat Riders finally found onto the Star Dart, there he goes. The TP got out. No! It's broken! Nullified! The Star Dart is dead. 4 are gone as Yellow Submarine, the huge Infernal turnaround, will grant them 4 kills from Z10.
Yeah, great place. The Pangolier, definitely the MVP of that fight in my opinion. He kept on rolling on the TP. TP didn't get a chance to get anything off. It's
I was like,
super well done.
Sunder? Where's the Sunder? But
Yeah,
I
no
don't think that
Sunday
would
for
have.
you.
I don't think that would have been good casting. Like Nande, just press the R button. Come on.
Yeah,
Holy moly, that pinball rolly coming out from Mirele. That was something different. But yeah, it was just a perfect positioning for Yellow Submarine to fight here at the Dire Secret Shop. Because there's just so many things to bounce off as the Pango.
yeah, just bouncing off the Roche pick multiple times. It was very great.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that Nefrit did not die in that fight. He was the only one who survived.
Yeah, he ran away. He said, "I don't want any of this. I'm out."
Yeah, he just dropped his GG boots, he dropped the Crimson, and then he's like, yeet.
Yeah, we truly have a game on our hands now. This game is getting very exciting. Both sides are showing life, and this game can go both ways.
Yeah, it is getting close as Yellow Submarine has held on to the advantage, or actually now got the advantage back for the first time in about 5 minutes. But yeah, we are swinging back and forth ever since minute 15, which seems to be this timer for both these teams to just constantly fight against each other.
Dire's bottom
But yeah, with all tier 1 gone, tier 1 towers gone, it's gonna boil down to Roshan and or maybe even Tormentor in 4 minutes, but I think one of the teams will definitely go into the pit first, just like now. Lasso play onto the Medusa, but a massive, massive shield rune is still helping Bottega. At the end of the day, he's still gonna melt as they go through the double HP pool, but Nande will be taken as well. Yellow Submarine go for the carry exchange, but are they gonna survive, or can they provide a bit more hurt? Hammer time and crushing time between Infernal and Mirage, as it looks like Infernal will escape with a Lotus Orb on top of him. And even the Shaman will not be left behind. Zero Tenacity looking for Roshan.
It's so funny. Both of the carries die, and then there's no damage being dished out. People just walk away like, oh, okay, we exchanged. Bye bye. Gotta leave.
Yeah, a little bit of Benny Hill show music playing in the background for sure as Infernal throws in the Celestial Hammer. A little bit of backup as Mirella and Mirage, they'll continue licking at each other, but honestly, like, as you mentioned, there's just no damage on these two
No
players.
damage coming out from any of the teams. As long as the carries are dead, it's just how it is apparently. I like the pickup on Dawnbreaker. He's bought a Lotus right now. I think that's a great item in this game. It's very good against Bad Rider, removes Napalm, and what's happening here?
Vacuumed, Hex return before Yamich can do anything with it. Anything with the lasso or the Force Staff. But glimpsing back the Bat Rider, whoa. I mean, Infernal, I guess he took it personally that Yamich thought that he can jump him.
Yeah. Strikes back with a vengeance. I really like this Lotus Orb pickup. It's so good to remove Napalm. It removes Corrosive Haze. You can use it before Bad Rider Lasso someone to protect people. It's overall a great pickup in this game. You can remove the Reflection. So, really liking this Stormbreaker build. I was a bit doubtful about the Nullifier.
No, I'm never gonna question Nullifier for sure, but I'm gonna question Vacuum playing in here, as it looks like a nice little lockdown coming out from Mirage. Can they focus down onto Mirele as much as possible, as the Aegis will be claimed by the Medusa. 1v1 between the TB and the Medusa. Overall is not going to work out for the Medusa for now, but Infernal locking down onto Nande as much as possible, but Amoralis and Hakoda melt. No backline on Yellow Submarine as they will want to continue the chase. Mirage looking for the angle. Can he get a double crush? A stun would be nice as the Frit helps out. Vacuum onto 2. It's a pretty big one as Infernal and Bottega looking to fight back all on their own. But the Dawn will finally fall as the Medusa is going to be controlled. There's a lot of things to split shot here as the Aghanim is doing the work. Mirage will finally melt as Nande, he's just like he cannot approach. It's a Medusa with a Mjolnir. Are you crazy?
What a weird situation at the end. There was so many weird things going on in that fight. The disruptor of Sakota ended up stuck in the serpent wards in the middle of the pit
Yeah,
and
both
just getting smacked down by the
smacked down.
towers.
Yeah, just by the illusions inside the pit. It's
Yeah.
left from the Aegis Steel attempt, but just so many weird things happening in that fight for sure.
Terribly, it sundered into the Lotus Orb of
The
Domblor.
Dawn, that was
Yeah.
weird too, and then like nowadays, I'm still at half HP. I'm still at half HP. Nessie's like, nope, no hand of God for 2 minutes, bro. I'm sorry.
I think overall the fight was very well played by Nande. He kept his distance, didn't disengage too much, was there to spam reflection and spam illusions and got stuff done. The only thing that went wrong for him was the Sunder. It was not that significant, clearly.
No, overall, the fact that he did not die in that
Yeah.
fight was generally the game changer here. With him dying as well as Yellow Submarine losing 4 heroes, that would have been worth it for YS, but now we can definitely say that Z10 won that fight clearly.
Is under attack.
Yeah, they took the Aegis as well.
No, the Aegis was actually Yellow Submarines.
Oh yeah, I mean they took it away from the Medusa.
Oh yeah, okay.
My,
That makes
my
sense.
bad.
I got you.
Under attack.
Disclaimer, English is not our first language. Thank you.
Yeah, if anyone were in doubt, I'm Danish. If the accent doesn't give it away. Even though you complimented my accent yesterday, that it wasn't that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. No, for sure. I've had the rant of Danish people not having accents, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I had a thought, but now I forgot it.
I think, well, I'll throw in mine. I don't understand Mirage's build. Why SNY on the Slardar?
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I mean, there's so many other better things. Ags would definitely be a thing I would go for here, but maybe he's just scared that the Seaborn Sentinel can be broken.
Yeah,
And,
or his Guardian Sprint is getting disabled, so he produces less water. I don't know, something like this.
it feels a little weird for me, for
Yeah.
sure, on the approach, because Mr. BKB is done. I wouldn't even mind the Desolator here, actually, against the Pango and the Dawn. Of course, it's not an answer to the Medusa, as we talked about this before.
Yeah. I don't really like Desolator on Slaughter in general. He has enough minus armor SS, in my opinion.
Are scanning.
No, I like the Eastern European approach of if you have some of something, get more of that thing.
Okay, yeah, you're doubling down.
Yeah. As by the way, we did complain that Nande, or actually no one had mana break potential on Z10, but Nande did pick up a defusal. Don't know if
Yeah.
you mentioned it.
We haven't had a time to talk about it. I did see it earlier, but I didn't really have time to talk about it.
I would like for him to upgrade it to a disperser just for the extra dispel and the quickening
Yeah.
effect for sure, but Scotty does take priority along with the BKB for sure, so
Yeah.
it's not a question.
I think that makes sense.
The other side truly wanting to approach the Tormentor, but as soon as YS confirm that Z10 are just not around, they will take it and split up on the map. I like this approach. Cool, calm, and collected. There's the SC congregation coming out up top. Good lasso onto an illusion. Goodbye. Yeah, Mitch got jebaited with the play.
That was saddening.
There's Nande. Glimpse back. That's a good one on the TB. They roll it in with the Solar Guardian as well. Huge kill on Nande. 69 seconds without the Terror Blade as they will finish off the finale with the SC kill as well. 0 Tenacity. Suffer from the guerrilla warfare of Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, that was truly a disaster. Lassoing the illusion and dying 3 heroes. It's opened up the game completely for Yellow Submarine in what looked like a pretty equal game.
And it is something we talk about all the time. The Medusa. 35-minute timing. He's got Scotty now. As Mirage does have a little bit of pick-off under the tier 2 tower up top, but he did commit his BKB. Another sign for Yellow Submarine to possibly just keep on going, or to steal the triangle, or to just do things on the map, which Zero Tenacity can't really do until the Batrider and the Chen are back in line.
Yeah. Those are also getting very close to level 25, which will result in 40 intelligence, making him severely more tanky and even harder to kill. They're already having trouble killing him.
Nefrit with a Shrine of Wisdom steal, but it looks like Yellow Submarine will punish him for it. Mirele and Amorales take the kill as was stuck again. Yeah, Mirele getting stuck now in the Master Reward Circle. Every time I just think of the short, step bro, I'm stuck.
You think of the short.
Well, of course I'm thinking of the PG version from Cracker Milk. I'm not thinking of the R-rated version of dirty-minded people. Obviously.
Okay. I see. You're such an innocent guy. I know.
Exactly, no. Like, come on.
Yeah,
I'm a play-by-play caster. I don't go onto the bad parts of the internet.
No. I understand. That's fair. I think the X factor for Zero Tenacity in this game is gonna have to be the Darkseer. He needs to create illusions of this Medusa and then hope that these Medusa illusions can perform well in the fights and do a lot for them.
Just wave cutting with the illusions and getting the kills on SC's congregation are already huge benefit, as Nande managed to break off the first tier 2 tower on the top lane.
Yeah. Some red Dota going on.
Overall, it is, I think, the correct approach against this Medusa, who's just leaving behind illusions and doing everything you go on to.
Yeah. What do you think about the fact that you can't carry your enchantments over on your neutral items, that you have to pick a new one?
I'm actually happy, because it adds a little bit of RNG to the enchantments themselves.
Yeah,
but,
you like that?
Yeah. You should have the option of keeping the tier 2, like the previous enchantment, but not the upgrade, but don't get it upgraded. Yeah, I think that would be a nice innate, but at the very same time, good break coming out as the glimpse back onto SC should secure the kill on the Chen. I don't think there's any kind of reaction that Z10 can commit over here.
What a tanky Chen. Took a while to kill him.
On the other hand, he does have Solar Crest and Drum of Endurance, so...
Yeah, and Divine Favor. 20 armor is not to be underestimated.
For sure.
I think you're correct about the enchantments. It would be nice if you could just keep your current tier of enchantment instead of upgrading the tier.
Yeah, that would make it a way more appealing thing. So, like, I would rather have, like, I don't even know if there's, like, level 2 Vampiric, but, like, Vampiric is by far my favorite enchantment.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm playing, like, my caster supports. So, I would not mind, like, having it in tier 4 as well, but, oh, you get cast range and minus 15 mana. Because that's all you get. Boo-hoo, goodbye, said the RNG god. And Bottega is actually taking on Roshan Nande. There's just no angle to approach here, as Yamich at the same time jumping in. Mirage managing to steal the Aegis away from their face. Bottega looking to punish this as they look for the turnaround, but the hand of God, it could keep them alive, or will it? Nande having to face off against Bottega, but it looks like Nande has the high ground. Bottega finally approaching the high ground as well, as he is just 1v3ing over here at the end there. A last Sunder play from Nande will keep him alive, as the Ether Shock and Infernal's interference is just not going to be enough. The TB makes a statement, and it will be to kill the Medusa.
What a slaughter play. Wow. That was so significant for the fight, getting that Aegis. And coming from Nande, just standing up there, pummeling down. Insane fight from Zero Tenacity.
Huge snatch and a 10k turnaround coming out from Z10 just from that fight alone. More like a 6.5, but, you know, it was building up throughout the whole thing. As 4 die on YS, It's looking like a 5v3 situation, even with the buybacks coming out from the Medusa. The backline is not going to be back in play for a while now.
I wonder if they'll hit the throne. No, they're just going for the Rex.
Well, that's a lot of respect around for Zero Tenacity, but they will still clean out 2 of your lanes at least. If not the Megas, actually, I think they should go Megas.
Yeah, and the Chen is pushing extremely fast.
Up
Buybacks.
top. How come the Infernal buyback onto Nande? They go. That's a 1 kill on the TP as they move over. Onto Mirele as well. Yamich coming in with the interference. He could activate. There it is. He does activate BKB. Goes in for the lasso onto the Pango as the vacuum pulls the Dawn and the Pangolier together. There's a buyback on the Pangolier, but 6 more seconds until we get Bottega back. 2 racks standing. The only thing separating Zero Tenacity from the Megas, but the speed at which Nande disappeared, they are concerned.
Time to get out. He remained for himself.
I mean, Zero Tenacity achieved more than I did in the past 10 years, so...
Yeah.
Overall, a 20k turnaround in favor of the Radiant, just from simple objectives, but the SE Rat, it paid off in the end.
Now the game is looking very rough for Yellow Submarine. They have 1 Rex left, and they really need to defend it. Chen will be sending creeps there. Terrabit will be sending illusions. It's a hard lineup to defend 1 single Rex against.
Good lasso pull, Bottega. Stuck inside the Mass Serpent Wards, but don't worry, Nefrit will help out with the vacuum. As Bottega, you need to keep up the right clicks. And Morales dying in the chaos. At the very same time, Bottega making a statement. The Static Storm helping him a little. But once again, Nefrit is just such a damn nuisance. Trying to get away with the Outworld staff as 0 mana. Bottega still finding Nande. Nande will wave, will sunder, and slap you down. Nullified is the Medusa as Bottega will eventually disappear. GG is called. 100 seconds without. Zero Tenacity have done it. 3-0 against Yellow Submarine. They will repeat what happened in the upper bracket between them, and they will clean sweep European Pro League Season 28. What a performance from Z10. This was a joy to watch for sure.
Yeah, they played really well in all 3 games. I feel like Yellow Submarine came into the series a bit cold, like they didn't really get warmed up, and throughout the games they became better and better, and I think game 3 was theirs to win, but they ended up throwing it away in the roast pit with a big play from Mirage on the Slara, stealing the Aegis, and then the Terrorblade standing on the high ground just pummeling them down. So Yellow Submarine, they can't feel good about this final. They must be very unsatisfied.
Yeah, for sure. As I think one thing we talked about off stream and on stream as well is that both teams are extremely stubborn in their ways of builds, right? Like both of them have very strict ideas of what they want to build in the given time, in the given fight, in the